My name is Devon Weaver, and I will be interviewing a former EDM 310 student, Brittany Heiss. Say hey, Brittany.
Hey.
Uh, um, my first question is, what are your thoughts on the first week of this class, and how scared were you?
Um, Honestly, I thought I was pretty confident going into the class because I personally didn't feel I was technologically challenged, so to speak. Um, and it wasn't really so much being scared, but kind of more like nervous because I didn't really know what to expect. And looking at the syllabus, I was like, wow, there's a lot that we're doing. So,
I agree. I do have to admit, I was a little scared at first, but now almost done with the semester, I've gotten my fears overweight, and I've turned everything in on time. Okay, for question number 2, before this class, how technological advanced were you? And be honest.
like I said, I felt I was pretty much not technologically challenged, but there was clearly a lot more that I didn't know. And taking this class, I actually learned so much like about blogging and stuff. I never really understood how to keep a blog. I didn't understand how to actually record Skype interviews like we're doing now. I never knew how to do any of that. I learned more about the technology that you can learn in class that you can actually use in classrooms. So I feel a lot better off now that I have taken the class, and I feel more confident to say I am not technologically challenged anymore.
I agree. I agree. Like, I knew how to get on Facebook, and that was pretty much it. So,
Yeah.
so after this class, learning how to blog and work all that it helped me a lot. Question number 3: how do you think this class has prepared you to become a better teacher?
I feel that with EDM 310, it actually helped expand my knowledge of the various ways to help students learn. Growing up, in an age when technology really was not big, and seeing how it is now, we didn't ever use anything in the classroom except for maybe the overhead projector things, those really old clunky things. So now I feel confident, being able to use this technology with the students because there's so many ways because kids are in a time that it's nothing but technology, and soon enough, it's going to be everywhere. And I feel it's a really great advantage to have to be able to teach them on a more personal level that they understand. Because these kids, there's fifth graders that have cell phones already. There's 2-year-olds who know how to work an iPhone and an iPad. So using that more as a tool to help expand their learning, I feel that it's really going to help in the classroom. And I'll be able to actually go online now, and I can get so many lesson plan ideas. There's so much out there that I didn't realize before.
I agree, because I understand exactly what you're saying, because that's the same boat that I was in, that I'm in now. Um, Question number 4: what things did you learn in this class that you will use in your future classroom?
I really like the idea of having a student blog because it'll help them with their keyboarding, and it'll help them with their grammar and their writing, and actually teach them better internet etiquette that a lot of kids don't realize that, is important. There's so much bullying online that kids don't even pay attention to it. So I feel giving them a blog to use and only having positive feedback and, asking questions in a positive way will really help the students when it comes to those issues. And I feel like using the smartboard and stuff and other things for games like Jeopardy, it's great. You can just sit there and you click on the question. You can really have the students interact with it. There's so many games they can play with using smartboards. Some schools are actually having iPads now in their classroom, and I think that's awesome to use because you can sit there and have a hands-on thing in something rather than, writing on a whiteboard or on a piece of paper to show your answers. This is technology that kids can get excited about that they're going to be doing. So, and then also, I want to use some type of researching for the students in the classroom that they can actually go online and understand proper ways to cite things and actually get justifiable credentials for things, teach them the rights and wrongs once again of like internet etiquette basically kind of broadening their horizon and hopefully learning from those students who are way better off with technology than I am.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's also a good thing that it allows the parents to see the students' progress throughout the school year and see what their kids are doing in class rather than writing the teacher a note or the teacher having to
Yeah.
send home papers and stuff like that. So I think it's
I
another way.
like that fact too with the parents getting their involvement. You can post stuff online. There's so many schools now where they have their grades posted online that they can go see, hey, what's going on in class, or they'll have the agenda of what's needed. And if the kids aren't writing it down, it's like, well, here it is available. And I like the fact teachers are starting to put the work online. So if the student comes to class, well, I couldn't, do last night's homework. Well, yeah, you could. It was online. I have it posted for you. And there's ways, other means for students, helping them, even low-income students, to get the information.
Exactly. I agree. Question number 5. What do you think is the most important thing that you have learned from this class?
Probably the networking process. I really enjoyed the fact that I was meeting teachers from all over, and the fact that I could, if I had a question, I can still just ask them about it. Like I could shoot them an email and say, hey, what kind of suggestions could you give me for this lesson plan? Or what about, if this is going on in the classroom, how would you suggest taking care of it? And just being able to get ideas, and then also it helps with greatly when you need any type of like personal references. Definitely having those higher up connections, it has really helped, and I think it is really important that Dr. Strange had given us the opportunity to network and be able to get to know more teachers and all the different styles of teaching.
Yes, I agree. Last question, question 6. What do you think EDM, or do you think EDM is an important class to take for all education majors?
Oh, definitely. I think everyone should at least take EDM 310 either as a refresher to kind of get more ideas about, so much in the classrooms these days that we're all going to need it. So I think every education major should take EDM 310, no matter what, level they plan on teaching.
Yeah, I agree because education, or I mean, technology is just skyrocketing these days, and I think that students really do need to learn, or that we need to learn to teach our future students all about technology. So, thank you so much for letting me interview you. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks. Bye. Okay. What do I do now?
Go to the little camera and press stop recording.